Hello Internet, I'm your only mate, and it's time for a new season of Death Battle. This time we have Aquaman versus Namor. Now, as I should say, with all of my reaction videos, please click the link in the description below, go watch the actual episode itself, go to Rooster Teeth's website, as well, this is on Rooster Teeth. Watch everything Rooster Teeth makes there first. That's the best way to support Rooster Teeth in any way you can. Sign for first membership if at all possible, then come back to watch this video. Okay? Good. Support the official release. First things first, Aquaman vs. Namor. Fucking called it! I called it this was going to be the season premiere. I'm proud of myself for that. And, new season of Death Battle. Another year of matchups. Starting with the Kings of Atlantis. I only really know one of them. I mean, I assume more people have heard of Aquaman. The only reason I know who Namor even is because of a Fantastic Four cartoon I watched, and because this is Aquaman's request. If not for that, then I would have no clue who the hell he is. So, in terms of like who I'm more familiar with, I'm going with Aquaman. But also, I just have a natural feeling that he's probably going to win. I don't entirely know why. It's really just like, because I know he's for Superman, but I hear I remember from Black Panther versus Batman, the Black Panther was able to stop Namor from conquering Wakanda. So, one holds his own against Superman, the other gets beat by Black Panther. I mean, I don't know the context of both, but I'm gonna side with the one who holds his own against Supes. But, you never know. The analysis could change my mind, and I could say Namor's gonna win. But for now, I think Aquaman is going to win. So, yeah, I don't really know what else I can say. I'm just going to shut up and hit play. That rhymed. That was not intentional. Anyway. Hey, Finding Nemo!
You know the phrase, there's plenty of fish in
I love
the
that
sea?
movie.
Yeah, real obvious, but it turns out there's a bunch of
And there's the lag.
down there too.
I don't think you understand what that phrase means.
Like Aquaman, the king of Atlantis.
Won't surprise me.
Namor, the first mutant and also king of Atlantis.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
And I'll get
How about your mother?
I mean, they're kind of hot, but they're fish people.
The
and then when you meet them,
the mermaids and
Tom Curry got to be one of the lucky
manatee
ones, if
theory.
you know what I mean.
I like that
After
episode.
meeting,
It was
Tom
funny.
was left to father Arthur, the son of a mysterious woman of the sea.
Though she thinks she was knocked up by a fish Jesus wizard, it's not important.
What the
Comics
fuck?
are weird.
Regardless,
Yeah, they are.
Arthur learned
We love them for it anyway.
powers from a very young age. When Arthur was just 2 years old, poor Tom thought he had drowned when he was actually just playing with some fish while breathing underwater.
Tom trained Arthur to master his powers until
If that were me, I'd just be like,
showed
the
up with
fuck?
a heavy dose of truth. Arthur was the rightful king of the underwater city, Atlantis. I wish there were more stories about parents coming back in real life too.
And so, Arthur would descend
I feel for
into
you,
the depths,
Boomstick.
claim his birthright and maintain the peace between land and sea as the king, the superhero, Aquaman.
I know I say it Aquaman, but it's pronounced differently over here, okay?
Well, think again. He's super strong, super fast, and can chill deep underwater for as long as he wants. And no, he doesn't just talk to fish. He dominates their brains and forces them to
Well, I
bow
mean,
to his will.
talking to fish is like the most well-known power he has.
He prefers to telepathically communicate with them, and most sea life
Oh yeah, I know
respond to-
Namor can do that too, but I think they're just gonna
Except
cancel
for
each other out.
Piranhas, apparently, which ate off his freaking hand. I know your
Ouch.
words were badass, but make those fish
Ugh.
go to your kingly kingship, damn it.
Not to worry, after a few gaudy hooks and a magic water hand, he got better. Arthur controls
Fair
sea life
enough.
by tapping into a worldwide phenomenon called the Clear.
Kind of like the Force from Star Wars, but just in the ocean.
Through the clear, creatures
Okay, then.
controls increase in strength. Some even become capable of breaking Green Lantern constructs. Also, Arthur's powers are not limited to just aquamarine life. He telepathically communicates with all sorts of animals and can even tap into the human mind.
Wait, you're
What?
telling me he can mess with
Back to the Future.
Oh, get my hat, Wiz, the shiny one.
Well, he has difficulty dominating more intelligent life. His octopus friend Topo is one such example of a being he cannot forcibly control.
What's so impressive about that little guy? Oh, yeah, got it.
Okay,
And for humanoids,
then.
most Aquaman can generally do is cause a headache or maybe a seizure.
That doesn't make me feel...
Do not piss off Aquaman.
While Aquaman has plenty of power on his own, he also draws from the mystical might of his most iconic weapon.
The legendary Trident of Poseidon!
And also the Trident of Neptune.
Wait, isn't that the same god? Aren't they the same thing?
Kind of. They both can control water.
I like how they
storms,
had,
create
like,
fields, and unleash
Evan
light.
Almighty and Bruce Almighty in the background.
Awesome. Come on, do it. World.
You have to be in water.
Disney World.
You think beer will work?
Maybe?
That has water in it, so why not?
Any pool in the keg. I'm going to Disney World.
With
Have fun,
added light,
Boomstick.
Telekinesis, earth manipulation, and more, Aquaman's trident was a perfect symbol to prove himself a mighty king.
Literally, he's strong enough to push around oceanic plates, throw a submarine,
That's
with
impressive.
water magic, and lift this giant cruise ship.
This ship appears big enough to compare to the world's largest cruise liner, the Symphony of the Seas, which weighs an incredible 228,000 tons.
Jesus
Keep
Christ.
up with Wonder Woman and swim around the whole planet in just...
Yeah, Aquaman's definitely won, just from the keeping up with Wonder Woman.
Dead king of Atlantis, Atlan. This guy
I remember
was
how
so strong,
powerful
he
Wonder
sank
Woman
Atlantis
is.
centuries ago with one blow from his scepter, and Aquaman held back a repeat of the same attack with his bare hands.
While there's no official size for DC's Atlantis, it is officially considered a continent. Therefore, it has to have a greater landmass than Greenland, the largest island in the world. This means Atlantis must of more than 836,000 square miles. To sink or destroy it, Atlan must have been outputting potential energy averaging more than 155 billion tons
Jesus
of TNT.
Christ.
Damn, everyone's always making fun of Aquaman, but he's pretty badass.
Yeah, he is, actually.
He does have one rather lame weakness. He's essentially fueled by water.
If he's out of it for too long, then...
he'll start to dry out, lose his powers, and eventually die.
He lives under the sea, he wears yellow, and he's absorbent? Wiz, I figured it out!
SpongeBob!
He's not SpongeBob.
Well, Aqua King has found some ways to work around the water problem. He
Oh
can
my God.
hydrate himself with blood. God damn, that's hardcore.
Even with his flaws, Aquaman is always pushing forward to protect his people. He may seem strange and silly, but he truly is a worthy king of Atlantis.
Tell the surface
Definitely sounds like it.
sovereignty of my seas, or we'll return and finish what we've started.
Alright.
We
What you
all
got,
know
Neymar?
this
Hey,
story.
Little
A
Mermaid.
wayward sailor meets a mermaid princess, and they fall in love.
Except this time, the fish people got to be wedding crashers and dragged the princess back to her secret home of Atlantis. Her dad was pretty pissed, but he got even more pissed when he found out that Daddy's girl had already been knocked up and popped out a brand new kind of superhero. Namor, the Submariner.
Lord Faber of Atlantis is the Prince of
I didn't know he had a cartoon or a theme song.
Their aquatic superhero DC would create 2 years later, Namor would grow up among his fellow Atlanteans from the
I do
start.
still kind of
As the
think
Prince
the
of
wings
Ocean,
on his
he
feet are
received
weird.
Impressive royal education, along with a sizable distrust of humankind.
Yeah, I'd have a problem with humans too if some of the first people I ever met were Nazis.
As the rightful
Fair
heir
enough.
to the throne, it was Namor's duty to protect Atlantis. And with his mixed heritage, he had plenty of unique abilities to do so.
He's got superhuman strength, speed, and durability. He can store water in his body and shoot it out of his pores like a human sprinkler, which is gross.
Okay
Far
then.
More impressively, he can telepathically communicate with all types of marine life, including other Atlanteans, and can persuade them to follow his commands.
Yeah, I still think that's gonna cancel each other out in the fight if it is even a thing.
Of the sea follow the first mutant's lead.
Did you say mutant?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, this is a
Namor
thing
is
too.
A three-way hybrid of human, Atlantean, and mutant genes. Unlike other Atlanteans, he possesses the mutant power of flight.
Oh, is that why he's got those tiny little wings on his feet? I always thought those were like little rudders.
Nope, he flies with them.
Wow, that is dumb.
Namor
It's
can
weird,
also
but at
produce
the
the
same
ability of
time,
marine life,
hey, he can fly.
control lines like fish or absorbing and discharging shocks like an electric eel. And for even more power, he wields his legendary trident.
Alright, how many tridents does this guy have? Let me guess, 4?
Just one, the
Oh.
Trident of Neptune.
But I thought the other guy had a trident of Neptune. Oh! I think I just figured out why Aquaman had 2 different tridents.
There you go.
Well, this trident's got a bunch of cool magic powers. It can control water, shoot lasers, turn people invisible, and if Namor needs some backup, he can animate objects and his surroundings to create living beings to fight alongside him. And that's not even the only magic doohickey Namor has. He can use the Horn of Proteus to summon sea monsters like Giganto, which is a super weapon.
That's not gonna help him.
Look out, birds with arms. I'm starting a new subreddit.
The Giganto
Because
is
Aquaman
strong
can
enough
do
to
the exact
withstand
same
the blast
thing.
of an atomic bomb, and
It's
yet
gonna
it
cancel
still
each other. Oh.
pales in comparison to Namor's own strength.
No
Oh.
kidding. The Submariner is strong enough to match the savage Incredible Hulk, who's lifted 150 billion tons of rock for over a minute.
Okay, that's
Not good enough for you. How about the time
That's
Namor
impressive for
held
him.
a whole frigging island all by himself?
He's quick enough to catch the Human Torch, absorbed and discharged electricity powerful enough to injure Dr.
He made
Doom,
Thanos
saw
bleed.
Thor Trident to hammer, survived a
God
mountain
damn.
falling on him, and even resisted the mind control powers of the Purple Man. See, Boomstick, in the grand scheme of things, little winged feet aren't so bad when you could have been called Purple Man.
I love David
Alright,
Tennant.
Namor is pretty awesome for an elf in a Speedo.
He's great in that series.
This is not a Speedo, Jimmy, okay? These are my
The
panties
fuck?
from Atlantis.
Too bad he gets a bit unstable if he's out of the water for too long.
True, Namor's had a
Yeah.
strange history of shifting personalities, sometimes even playing the part of villain. Apparently, his bouts of anger stem from a strange bipolar defect brought on by oxygen imbalance. Which,
Oh.
last I checked, isn't quite how bipolar disorder works.
No, Wiz, I have the same kind of problem. I get super evil and grumpy when I haven't had a beer in at least 24 hours.
24?
12, 6, 2. Screw you.
Boomstick, that's a chemical dependency.
Ah, just like my
Yeah.
personal hero, Bane.
You're missing the point.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
it's-
making the point
What
into
the
an
heck?
ally, but you merely adopted the point. I was born in it, molded.
How about that point?
What the fuck?
As long as there is water in his veins, the avenging sun is a
Okay,
hero
then.
of his people and a terrifying opponent.
Know that I am Namor, ruler of the kingdom of Atlantis. Your time in the sun is over.
Pause. Okay. So, lifting the island, matching Hulk's strength. Those were pretty impressive. I'm still getting into Aquaman. Like, if he can fight, like, dead even with Wonder Woman, and I remember how powerful Wonder Woman is, and just how absurd, if we're going by that, then, yeah, I think Aquaman has this. And while, yeah, Namor has that, like, flute that can summon a big whale monster that survived an atomic bomb, Aquaman can communicate with sea creatures too. I still think that ability is just going to cancel each other out, and it won't really play a factor in the fight. I mean, they can probably do something with it. Like, I don't know, they both try and call an army of fish, and then the fish just get confused to whose orders they're following, and just, I don't know, all attack each other, or, like, I don't know. Anyway, going with Aquaman. I am going to resume. Right, the combatants are set. Let's.
And we've run the
Oh,
data through all possibilities.
for all possible.
It's time
They
for
changed
the
it.
death battle!
I need water. Funny, I'm saying that in this episode.
Look out below!
Cannonball!
Peasants! You dare splash the Prince of Blood? Plenty of space around the pool, Spock.
Spark. That's a good comparison, actually.
You may be a prince, but I am the king of the Seven
Wait, where's the fight thing? It might have got updated by the time this video's uploaded, but as for right now, I'm watching it. There it is in there. And there they go. Into the ocean. Oh, on a beach. Did I just see Kame House in the background for a second? Well, yeah, there's Kame House! All the references.
I will not submit.
Go, Aquaman! Jesus! Alright, what now?
Everyone has their place. That's just how things are. You should understand.
Oh, there's a whole lot of piranhas and he can't control them. He can control sharks, so.
Such a terrific dumbass.
Dolphin to the rescue! Oh.
Let's see whose power truly controls the sea, shall we?
I dig it.
Get. Please keep the lights on.
Seems we're evenly matched.
I
Or
doubt
maybe
that.
I've been saving another trick.
No! You control me!
Oh!
Impossible!
Oh, Namor, you're fucked.
Have at 'em, boys.
Jeez! Oh, God. That is
Dinner's
brutal.
king tonight.
Oh man, am I underwater or am I just sweating so much from how intense that got?
Aquaman and Namor's powers
Could be
were
either.
so similar and well matched, this fight could have reasonably gone in either one's favor. In fact,
Really?
neither had many powers that the other did not possess in some way.
Like how Namor
True.
had his mutant wing feet, but Aquaman's magic trident could let him fly too.
Still,
Ah,
while
okay.
Namor could certainly have won this in some circumstances, Aquaman had the potential he needed to take the victory more times than not.
Namor could match Savage Hulk, who held up 150 billion tons. But remember, Aquaman stopped Atlan's continent-crushing attack, which had
There it is.
potential energy over 150 trillion tons of TNT.
Not exactly a
Yeah.
one-to-one comparison, but consider Namor's own similar feat, keeping the island Utopia from falling. We can estimate the island's size and weight using this panel, coming to a little over 178,000 tons.
Oh.
Considering the weight applied as force through the pillar Namor was pushing up, this means the potential energy exerted onto Namor would
Ooh.
only be 1,425 tons.
Ah, there it is.
The energy Aquaman stopped was 190
Jesus
billion
Christ.
times greater.
Sure, Namor was fast enough to easily catch up to the Human Torch, who flies over 140 miles per hour on a normal day, and sometimes even thousands of times the speed of sound.
But Aquaman has routinely kept
That-
pace
yep.
with Wonder Woman.
Thought so.
He has been frequently shown to move thousands of times the speed of light.
Yeah, but none of that strength and speed would matter if the Submariner just ordered a bunch of sharks to eat him first, right?
Except
Namor could command
Aquaman
sea
can
life,
do that
sure,
too.
But Aquaman could directly dominate their minds and force them to act on his will. And while Namor can telepathically communicate with other Atlanteans, he could not create hemorrhages or seizures like Aquaman could.
Oh, that's
Though
what
Namor
that
could
was!
resist these mental attacks, similar to how he survived the Purple Man. This is still solid evidence that Aquaman's telepathy was more powerful.
Oh, and don't forget, Aqua King can make his underwater buddies physically stronger with the clear.
Oh,
Namor is
yeah.
Commanding plain old everyday fish.
Overall, while their extremely similar
True.
powers were so closely matched, Aquaman had the edge in just enough of them to prove himself the strongest king of the sea.
Aquaman could see victory, but at least least Namor tried it.
I like that one. Congrats, Aquaman.
Hey, thanks for watching the first episode of Season 6. If you want the battle music for yourself, click the link below.
Want a new show
I'll
to
probably
watch?
be doing
Check out
that.
Genlock. It's crazy. It's got mech, anime, awesomeness, Michael B. Jordan, and somehow I made it into voice a character.
Alright, what's next? What the? A battle royale between all the Mega Mans! What? I have a few things to say about that next time, but first of all, this episode, that ending, oh my god. Oh, already starting off on a pretty savage death. Like, Jesus. Yeah, I'm happy that I called that right. And it was honestly just the Wonder Woman comparison thing that made me think, yeah, I'm going with Aquaman. Yeah, it wasn't really a lot to say, really. So I guess with the analysis, like, maybe I underestimated Namor a little. But then they pull up comparisons, and it's just like, yeah, it just seemed a bit more clear that Aquaman would win, just based on like the numbers and whatnot. So, yep. Anyway, the fight, I really should talk about that. At first, because I watched the sneak peek on Death Battlecast, I did think it was a little odd that the reason they were fighting was because Aquaman did a cannonball and Namor got splashed. At first I thought that was a little weird, but I mean, it still works. If anything, I thought it would have just been like the fight to the death over the throne or something. Yeah. And that's the start of Season 6. So, next episode, Mega Man Battle Royale. So, Mega Man Classic is returning. If anyone's not aware, he was in a death battle back in Season 2 against Astro Boy. I might not say how that went, but if you haven't seen that, maybe check it out. And I know Mega Man X to some extent. The others, I'm not so sure. So, yeah, out of all of them, if I had to pick who I want to win, I'd want Classic Mega Man to win. But I think because, when they went over Zero, they said that he was made to be superior to Mega Man in every way. And I wouldn't be surprised if X was on a similar level to Zero. So just based on that, I'm thinking maybe X is going to win. I don't know. I'll wait until the analysis for the episode to really decide. But just based on what very, very limited knowledge I have, that's what I'm going with for now. Anyway, this was a good start to the season. Looking forward to the next one. And also, whatever matchups in store this year. Everyone knows what one I'm hoping for. Please. Anyway, I'm just going to end the video there. So, thanks for watching, all of that stuff, and new season, so I'm going to start off with my Tracer outro. Bye.
Hello loves, Tracer here. You've just watched a video by your only mate. Subscribe, like, comment and check out his other stuff. Cheers loves!